and welcome to part 3 of this video on forbidden love for our Love Through the Ages topic. Continuing on from the previous video, we're now going to take a look at Character in The Go-Between by L.P. Hartley. There are many interesting elements to the characters in the novel, but in terms of forbidden love, we need to talk about Marianne and Ted. They have forbidden love because of the stuffy Victorian issues to do with class. They have the hall where Marianne lives versus the town, which is explicitly demonstrated in the cricket match, where the kind of aristocrats have a cricket match against the village people. Forbidden love often involves and relies on others keeping secrets, and this is where our protagonist comes in. The novel is from the perspective of a 12 and 13-year-old Leo, who acts as a messenger between the two lovers. Their relationship acts as a coming-of-age education for Leo. He constantly is asking Ted what spooning means, and he realises by opening or reading one of the letters that they are actually in a relationship, and this kind of acts as a big eye-opening moment for him. Again, with these characters, like we saw in our Burns poem, we see the idea that forbidden love never lasts. Marianne, in fact, marries a nobleman, though she does have Ted's child. And it really highlights the issues of class to do with forbidden love, and that's kind of most often the case in novels around this time, where forbidden love is often to do with class and the kind of reputation of your family rather than the two people themselves, or one of them is married. And Ted's reputation is so ruined that he commits suicide, another way in which forbidden love never lasts. There is often death involved. So now we need to take a look at some of the contexts of this novel. There are obviously many contexts to the novel, but these are the ones that I find interesting. It is set in rural England at the beginning of the 20th century, and we see old-fashioned ideas of reputation and class. Marianne is pressured by her mother into marrying Lord Trimingham so that the family will gain entry into the aristocracy rather than just remaining in the upper middle classes. L.P. Hartley, our author, was actually an officer in World War I, so he's writing this after the war, in retrospect about that kind of moment at the beginning of the 20th century when they thought everything would be all right. The Go-Between was actually his most popular novel and was made into a screenplay by the famous playwright Harold Pinter in 1970, and that's a kind of testament to his incredibly evocative imagery that he uses in the novel.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for an amazing A-level English literature resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Together, we will concisely cover all the important concepts required by your exam board specification, as well as practically apply what we have learnt through exam-style questions, focusing on how best to structure your answers in order to maximise marks. See you soon, and together, let's make A-level English literature a walk in the park.